What's up, YouTube subscribers, KB watchers, pub watchers, Giants fans? I still got to get back into the role of that. I genuinely forget it every time. How y'all
It
doing?
was a long one.
It was a long one. How y'all doing? Welcome back in to another episode of the Young Guns podcast. Is the chat not allowed here right now?
Huh?
I'm not seeing the chat.
What do
Oh
you mean?
my God, guys. I'm going to go into YouTube Studio and see because it says chat disabled for this live stream.
No way.
What is this?
Did they not
Okay.
take away your chat?
If I save it, would it like update automatically? I'm gonna refresh because I have it pulled up on the side here.
Chat.
Uh okay, it's enabled now. If anybody's watching and wanting to chat, it's enabled now. Yeah, I hate that. I hate that like
You could disable
automatically
chat? I didn't
like
even know
it's
you could do
automatically
that.
disabled. Yeah. I listen, I think because anytime you create something, they have it automatically set to it's made for kids. So they disable it. So I have to remember to go in and check all the time. No, it's not made for kids. Like, just anybody could come in. But if it's made for kids, they disable the chat, which is a little
We
stupid.
we gotta get my boy monetized again, guys. We gotta get my boy back
Listen,
in the grind, man.
we gonna be there. We gonna get there. We gonna get there, guys. Thank you for showing back up. Welcome back to another episode. Welcome back to the Young Guns podcast with KB, with myself. As you're coming in, make sure you hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the share button, let everybody know that we're live. And that's all we're gonna say about it for now. We, KB, just had a pretty fantastic game, if I do say so myself. Without getting too much into it, because you know how we roll with the Young Guns. One sentence to describe that game that was played on Sunday, man.
One sentence. I can give you one word. Cinema.
That
It
was actually
cinema.
cinema. Like the Martin
Yeah,
Scorsese meme.
Yes. It was indeed cinema. It unfortunately we were on the bad end of the classic, yeah. So
There was like 26 points or something like that scored in the fourth quarter alone. Like both teams combined.
insane.
Genuinely, it was Giants Saints from 10 years ago. Like, and I think that was exactly 10 years ago.
Yeah, except that game was like the entire game was shots. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, guys. Now listen, here are gonna be the topics for tonight. We got the Cowboys recap. Is the offense back, or was it a one-hit wonder? We got Saddam Bowen. We're definitely gonna have to talk about him. Listen, I just want to say I ran that by KB, and he was like, "It's fine."
I approved.
Don't blame
As
him.
co-host,
Don't
I
blame me.
approved.
All right, we got to talk about Saddam Bowen. We got the Chiefs preview, and we got week 3 of the NFL like we did. I actually think I don't want to get too ahead of myself, but I think I picked the Colts, right? Against the Broncos. Am I tripping last week? And I can't believe they actually pulled it off.
You did pick the Colts. Yeah, I can't wait to go over those picks again too.
We're gonna go over those picks. We're gonna go over those picks. Now, I got a couple videos lined up before we get into topic number 1. All right, because Shane Bowen wasn't the only person on the field that could be described as a domestic terrorist from that game. But without saying too much, let's do the real intro and let's get into it.
I love how we have 2 intros.
I know. I like it too. But all right. This one right here might actually get us taken off of YouTube, but I'm willing to take the risk. Genuinely speaking, if James Hudson on the first drive didn't have 4 penalties that affected the drive,
and a sack given up, and a sack
given up, we would have won this game. I saw somebody tweet very early on, if this game is won by like 3 points, make sure you come back to the first drive. Guess what? It was won by 3 points. That guy, we gonna get to Shane Bowen. He got his own section. But for now, this guy right here, James Hudson, that's why he's up there with Brandon Aubrey. These are 2 of the 3 main reasons we lost this game. This right here, man. Shout out to Kashif, Kyle, Jaden, Mac, and FG in the chat. I actually genuinely, KB, I don't know where to start do we start with the positive and then work our way into the negative? Because we know we got a Shane Bowen specific slide coming up. So do you think that's the
We
way to
have a
go?
lot to talk about when it comes to like. Honestly, I think the most impactful stuff is negative, but there's not a lot of negative because we could talk about negative, but there's so much of good to talk about. There is like, okay, I'm not one of those moral victory dudes. I can't be like that anymore. Like I when I was a kid, I was like, oh, but we were so close. Like I'm
We had
done
like
with
10
that. You
years
know
of
what I mean?
moral. Yeah, we had like
I'm
10
done
years
with
of
that.
moral
No
victories.
more moral victories. I just feel good about this game. It does not feel good about it because at the end of the day, the only stat that matters are W's.
Yeah.
I was just on Roundtable Sports, and the Eagles content creator Simone was like, "Yeah, you guys can talk about Jalen Hurts 101 yards. We won the game." Jalen Hurts himself said, "Shut up, we won the game." Like at the end of the
AJ
day,
Brown, bro. AJ Brown looks like he
yeah,
wants to crash out week 1 and week 2, but you know why he's not
yeah,
crashing out? Because they won the game. If they
exactly.
didn't win, he'd be out
Wait,
because, like,
wait,
yeah,
wait till he has those stats when they lose. Wait till they
yeah,
have this when they lose. So, you know, I'm also not here to say the stats don't matter because
yeah.
I keep looking at them. I keep looking at the damn stats. I keep looking at the constant plays that Russell Wilson made. So yeah, I guess we can start with the positive. And you want me to start or you start?
You know what? I'll go with this. I'll preface this by saying KB knows this.
Mhm.
For the chat, we transparent on the Young Guns. I actually did not get to watch this game live, and a sick part of me, a sick, twisted part of me that needs to be destroyed was a smidge happy when they won because I was like, if they won when I didn't watch, I'm not watching a game for the rest of the
You
season.
selfish.
You guys know how I operate. Listen. I'm not superstitious. I'm a little stitious, but I was on vacation. I went to Vermont and then New Hampshire because where I am in New York right now is close to them. I always want to visit. I was driving back while the game was going on. I'm keeping my eye on the score. When I got home, I watched the condensed game and I watched some highlights. That's all I could do. I started scrolling through Twitter. I did not have the live game experience. KB is gonna be the most appropriate man for that this episode.
Yeah.
However, to start off with the positive, I got to start off with the guy that replaced this absolute. What do I even call this man on my screen right now, bro? This lump, this sack of shit that was playing left tackle. We got to
Fat
talk about the man that
T-Pain.
replaced him. That's disrespectful to T-Pain. That's disrespectful to
Yo,
T-Pain,
he looked like
man.
T-Pain in that
In the
in
in
that
the vid that I
jacket.
put up, he looked like
Yeah,
T-Pain.
yeah,
He
he
did.
looked like T-Pain.
Listen, the guy that replaced him, Marcus Bowe, who
Mm.
all throughout the offseason, as a rookie, there was reports coming out that he might be the real deal. This guy is performing the best out of the tackles that we brought in throughout the course of the offseason. Before week 1, any Giants fan that wasn't a casual, meaning people that keep up with the offseason, they were saying, why aren't we starting Marcus Bowe week 1? We're starting James Hudson, a guy we shouldn't have signed in the first place. So there's another tick on Joe Shane's bats out of his resume. And then Brian Dable, who's supposed to put the best people out there as the head coach, puts James Hudson out instead of Marcus Bowe. Marcus Bowe finally comes in. And KB, do you remember when people on Twitter were saying, oh, yeah, Andrew Thomas isn't going to fix this line? He's one dude. We didn't even have an Andrew Thomas level tackle come in, and it made the line look so much better.
Yeah, and that way I was wrong. And that way I was wrong. They come in and the Giants only allowed 2 sacks this entire game. One of them was from this man right here, and the rest of the
And
game
he was only in
for a drive,
like half a drive.
Yeah, they wanted to pull him out mid-drive, but somebody I don't know what nobody knows the answer to that. Somebody overruled Brian Dable. First of all, I got 2 questions on that. Who has the power to overrule Brian Dable on offense, especially, and he's the head coach? Secondly, who would want to overrule that and put James Hudson back out there?
4 straight penalties.
Yeah, four penalties. As a whole, the Giants just played so undisciplined football. But focusing on him, man, it's clear he was in his own head. It's clear there was so much noise going on in his mind that he just couldn't stop fucking up. He just couldn't stop. Yeah. He was like, damn.
The one false start where he ran into like the middle linebackers. I'm like, where are you going?
Man just took off. And then I looked at I was watching film, and I saw one of the penalties where he committed. I think that was his last penalty, the fourth one, and you just see John Runyon put his hands on his knees, like, oh my God, not again, this dude, because he's right next to him. Oh my, it just crazy. But we were supposed to talk about positives first, but positive first. Talking about Marcus Bowe. Marcus Bowe looked really. I haven't gone through all the offense film. I went through all the defensive film. I'm halfway through the offensive film, but from what I've seen so far, Marcus Bowe. Now, granted, this is a very weak defensive line they're going up against. Very weak. It's not good. They have no pass rush at all, especially without Micah Parsons there. They just are not able to generate a pass rush. We're gonna see how good Marcus Bowe really is against like George Karlaftis, our guy, George Karlaftis, and company. They have a couple of other good edge rushers there with the Chiefs. So we're gonna see how the offensive line looks. But Marcus Bowe was a what the hell happened here? Oh, was a good addition there. He instantly came in and was good. Did not, I think, only allowed one pressure. Plug and play. Did not allow a sack, that's for sure. But I think he allowed one pressure and one quarterback hit or something like that. Something like that. I think it was probably the same play, honestly. But
it was Marcus Bowe. Not to sound cliche. Also, knock on wood before I jinx the guy. He looked like somebody that wasn't a rookie. And with the caveat that KB said, it's not like we're going up against the best defensive line in football here. They just lost somebody that was
because you don't want to look bad against them.
Exactly. You don't want to look bad against them. He looked like he just can hold his own against the NFL level of talent as a rookie fifth rounder. He looked really good. It gives me confidence for the future. When you talk about stuff like, oh, do we have bookend tackles? All right, if Andrew Thomas can stay healthy, we do have bookend tackles. It's Bowe on one side, it's Thomas on the other. Slide Jermaine into the inside. Now, I guess this is maybe a little bit of a tangent from the positive, but let me know what you think. Because when Andrew Thomas comes back, do you put Bowe at tackle and slide Jermaine into the inside? Or do you slide Bowe to the inside? Because even, once again, going back to training camp in the offseason where we were hearing things about him, they were saying he is a little versatile like that. I would say put Bowe at tackle, slide Jermaine inside because he's played specifically right guard before. But I don't know. What are you thinking?
It's a problem I'm glad that I don't have because no matter how much you try to switch it up, if you mess up, it's not going to look good. You know what I mean? And then they're going to have to they're going to switch it again and whatever they switch it to, whether Jermaine's on the inside or Jermaine stays at right tackle, they better hope that it works out. And both, it's a good problem to have as well because Illuminor and Bowe both have inside-outside versatility. So I want to say you can't go wrong, but it's the Giants. You could go wrong at any moment in time, you know what I'm saying? So
people forget how good Evan Neal was supposed to be. He was not just a random bust.
Exactly. So whatever they decide, I support it. I don't really have a preference, to be honest with you. It's hard to answer that question because I think Jermaine Illuminor has been fine at right tackle, and I would be worried if we move him to guard and he's not as good.
I do have a real quick shout out to everybody in the chat. We got a Twitter person that commented. I remember sometimes in your streams you'd be trying to get the Twitter people to comment. We got one out here. Shout out to Chill Mode. We got Nova in the chat. Kyle Cruz, Speed. I do not recognize that name. I apologize,
Speed
but you're a
Wolves.
mod. So it's Wolves. Okay, I'm like you got to be somebody that I know.
I also had to say the same thing when he came back and checked. I see him on Twitter. I'm like, yo, who is this?
Yeah,
it's Wolves.
Listen, the Twitter commenter kind of gave an answer. Well, I don't know if this is true, but he's saying, I think the position coaches handle substitutions. I saw someone ask Bowen about a sub, and he said it was on the position coach. So you're telling me Carmen Brasillo was telling Brian Dable leave James Hudson in, if that's true?
No, now I have a bigger question because is personnel like the rotations on position coaches all around? Because I have a lot of grievances on that defensive line rotation. Oh my God, I can't wait till we get into that. But I have a lot of grievances about that.
If that is the case, no, I can't believe that Andre Patterson is out here misusing talent like this. His resume shows the exact opposite.
I wouldn't think that either.
Yeah. It
I wouldn't
shows
think that
the
either.
exact opposite.
Because in
Yeah.
years past we've had Dexter Lawrence and Kayvon Thibodeau taking like or whoever the starters were. Like remember when Leonard Williams was there with Dexter Lawrence? They played
Yeah.
like 98, 99% of the freaking snaps. Like they were never off the field. So I just can't imagine Dexter Lawrence taken out so many times. There was a point in time, I'm not gonna get into it. I'm gonna save it. We're talking
You're gonna
about
save it.
we're talking
We're
about
talking about the
and
positives. Let's
Yeah.
talk about CTE man himself, Mr. Cam Scatterboo. Had a little bit, as a Giants fan, I'm saying this, and so I want you guys to take it not from a hater position. I get Cam Scatterboo had a good game. He's low-key getting overrated, in my opinion, by the general media. Week one,
we're gonna go back and forth on this.
okay, week one, he rushed for -3 yards. Angry run winner
Yeah,
of
I
the
thought
week.
that was so stupid.
Like,
I
all
thought
right,
that
bro,
was
that's
so
kind of
stupid.
glazed a little bit. Week two, yes, he had a better game. I think he rushed for 45 yards. Maybe the advanced metrics are saying
11
something else. I'm like,
carries. Yeah.
that's good. He had a little bit of a breakout game. People are talking about him like, yeah, he's running back one. I guess I can see that. He's still not that guy. Like, let's calm
Yeah,
down
I
a
agree
bit.
with that.
But go. Let me hear you positive. That is a positive though. We focus on the
Yeah.
positives.
To be fair,
Cam
he
Scatterboo.
had a big run in that first drive, but it was knocked away by yours truly, that man right there. It was a big run that Cam Scatterboo had in the beginning of the game that got completely negated because of that.
Yeah.
But Cam Scatterboo, while I agree with you, he's not like freaking the best, rookie running back out there. Like he's the next guy. But I'm gonna say this flat out, and you guys know how much I love Tyrone Tracy. Cam Scatterboo is our starting running back for sure.
You really think he's better than Tracy?
Yes, I think he's better than Tracy.
Because I think Tracy was low-key getting punished this game by Table for the comments he made, and that's why he didn't get too many carries.
Tracy's issue is that, okay, he's great. Tracy's great as a slasher. Tracy's great with that slippery speed when you have a hole to get through. He's not a power back in any sense of the word.
No, of course not. That's why Scatterboo's there.
He can slip through a couple of guys, but if the run blocking is having issues, he's gonna have issues because he's not gonna be able to push the pile. Cam Scatterboo can push the pile, and forget about it. If you give him a hole to run through, he's like a bowling ball through there. What do you mean by that?
I don't listen. Giving a grown man a hole, all right, bro.
But he's got juice to him. He has like a spark to this offense. He has like something like an X factor about him. Like when he's on the field, it's like there's so much more energy. I don't even know how to explain it, but I liked when he was out there. Now, there's a lot of plays. One thing I saw that an issue from him is that sometimes he'll just put his head down and freaking run into whoever he wants to run into to try to gain yards. That reminds me a lot of Andre Williams, and I'm so scared about that because they both wore 44, right? And they're both power backs. So
they both did wear 44. Yeah.
It scares me a little bit because but Cam Scatterboo, he just has something, man. That when Jackson Dart handed off to him in that triple option, and he just went right through there. I don't think Tyrone Tracy's doing that, because he had to break a lot of tackles to get through there. Tyrone Tracy is slippery. He's not gonna run through you, So there's a little bit of thunder and lightning there. There's thunder and lightning, so that's what I kind of consider them as. I'm not gonna say that Cam Scatterboo is like a feature back, but as far as the rotation goes, you can tell just by the way they're using him more and more. They're leaning towards him as the running back one.
Yeah. Also, Devin Singletary, get this man out of here.
Yeah,
I thank you for coming.
There's no point.
Thank you for showing up. It was nice to have you. You probably taught these guys some stuff. I know we're supposed to focus on the positives right now. Joe Shea, another freaking mark on your resume in a negative sense. Why aren't you trading these guys that clearly are not going to do anything for us? Even if it's for like a 7th round pick, get something. Like, get him out of here.
Yeah, Devin Singletary making like $4 million on his team doing nothing. I mean, he was there on a couple pass protection downs, and because I guess he's the best pass protector that we have here. But I thought Cam Scatterboo was doing a good job anyway. But he doesn't get the ball. He doesn't get playing time. So I don't know.
Might as well get him out of here. Shifting to another skill position before we get to the man, Malik. Let's talk about Wandale. Wandale surprised the hell out of me. I did not in any way, shape, or form, KB, think I would ever see a 140-yard game from Wan'Dale Robinson.
And if it was 142
where he was a
yards,
deep threat like that.
It probably would have been on 30 catches because
Exactly.
he always caught like 5-yarders. Yeah.
I was so surprised by Wan'Dale. I think I saw a tweet where it said that Russ before the game was like kind of hyping him up and like letting him know to use his deep threat ability.
Yeah. When Russell Wilson got here, when he was talking about, there's your doppelganger in there.
That's got to be Wolves then. But, yeah.
When Russell Wilson got here, he kept talking about Wan'Dale Robinson, how he wants to use him, how much he sees something in him and stuff like that, and wants to use him as a deep threat. And then in camp, they were using Wan'Dale as a deep threat in the slot. And I'm like, man, this is completely different from how Brian Daboll uses the slot receiver. He has him on a lot of choice routes, gives the receiver a lot of leeway, gives him the choice to do whatever he wants. That's basically what Brian Daboll does in his offense, based on the coverage that they're seeing and stuff like that. And that's how he was able to slip through and gain some underneath yardage. But now they're using him as a deep threat, and man, they are using him so well because they're taking advantage of opportunities. I was watching the film and I saw a lot. And Matt Eberflus in his offense runs a lot of too high shells. And me and Kush talked about this before a couple weeks ago, how we were talking about, a lot of people saying that too high, is ruining the NFL or whatever.
Yeah.
And I was like, bro, but to be honest with you,
this was the perfect game for the counter argument for that, though.
Yeah. As far as receivers go, I prefer to go against a too high shell. I prefer to go against cover 4. I prefer to go against cover 2. And I'll tell you right now, so did Brian Daboll and Mike Kafka, because they cooked something up. You can tell in their meeting rooms that they were like, yo, they do not get out of too high. We're gonna hit those boundary shots, those whole shots on the boundary, and we're going to target that seam with Wan'Dale. And do you know how butt naked you have to be? How butt naked open you have to be for a 5'10 quarterback to throw to a 5'8 wide receiver in the seam? 4 times? Like 4 times for a big play? You know how wide open you have to be for 2 short kings at 2 positions that usually don't have short guys? Like, damn, that's impressive, and I'm really I was so happy to see a different version of Wan'Dale Robinson, because you can see how slippery he could be. He's tiny. You just can't freaking see him, and he moves so quick. He's really developed as a route runner, and so he's like, you have a chance to use it, and especially in a contract year, that's good for Wan'Dale. So shout out to Wan'Dale Robinson. I'll tell you right now, I wouldn't mind keeping him around if they use him like that. I really wouldn't. If they kept using him like they have been since he was drafted here on quick little trade, you can get anybody to do that. Go get Jahan Dotson from the Eagles next year when he hits free agency, and go get him to do that. That's what he did at Penn State. You can get anybody to do that. For Wan'Dale, what he's doing right now is a specialty of his. Like he's really good at it.
Shout out to the Giant topic in the building and everybody else that's tuning in. Wan'Dale, like I said, I did not expect this from him, but you brought up some great points with how they've been using him in camp and in the offseason, all the plays they've been drawing up with him. The thing is we look at this game, we're talking about the positives, and we're like, where the hell was all of this a week ago? Because a week ago, they were only using Wan'Dale on 5-yard throws, bubble screens, and these weird concepts that I'm just like, I thought we left this with Daniel Jones when in the previous 2-3 years that we've been running this up. It feels like we said at the beginning, this was very similar to the 2015 Giants-Saints game where Mr. Eli over here was the one throwing the ball. I don't know where this came from. Is it just because the Cowboys' defense is so sweet? You know what I mean? Russ turning back the clock. He had 8. I think it was 8 or was it 9? It was 8 or 9 explosive plays, which I think is charted by. I thought it was 7 of 8 because he missed one.
He was 7 of 14 attempts. 7 of 14 for 264.
Thank you. With the exact stat.
The pass yardage.
That's just on deep throws. That's just on deep throws,
guys. That's almost 300 yards of deep throws, and all 3 touchdowns were 20-plus yarders.
You know what?
That is something the Giants fans been dreaming about. Shout out to Justin Pennick. Explosive plays.
I got some for y'all. We lost this game, but guess what? Russell Wilson and the offense, they said this, bro.
I see a big tray. I'm like, I'm leaving here with something. You know what I mean? I'm from around the way. I'm leaving with something.
That was food. That defense was food for
You should have put the Shannon Sharp. What was it? I forgot all the
barbecue, collard greens, mac and cheese. That was food for them. Russell Wilson. Everybody on offense, not named Malik Neighbors, including the offensive coaches. I'm like, where was this a week ago, bro? Because this Washington defense ain't that good. Like, yes, they're better than the Cowboys, but they not that good, bro. Like,
not.
What are we talking about right now?
We just didn't do a good job taking advantage of, because every defense has a weakness. You cannot cover all of the field at all times, and the Cowboys defense, although I would say it's worse than Washington's, I think the Giants just did a better job game planning. You know, they were able to really, they didn't take their foot off the gas pedal when it came to targeting Dallas's weaknesses. They kept going they couldn't stop it. And on top of that, the entire game, Dallas did not adjust. They didn't go to single high. They didn't play man defense very often. They stood in cover 2. They stood in cover 4 on certain situations, and they did not stop. So the Giants just said, okay, if you're not going to stop, here's a freaking bench concept. Here's a freaking smash concept. Here's Wandale down the seam 4 times. Like, they're going to keep doing it. And I love that they did not get cute. They didn't have some freaking tight end around or some shit. Like, they just kept doing what worked. And that's what they need to do for the rest of the season. And Russell Wilson is capable of it. I think Russell Wilson showed that he could still play. And I'm happy. I'm happy for it. He's the NFL leading passer right now. Russell freaking Wilson, 36 years old. How about it? I told you guys I wasn't done believing in Russell Wilson. I knew I watched him in Denver. I watched him in Pittsburgh, and I said, there's still a good quarterback in there. And he showed himself, man. We don't need to throw out Jackson Dart immediately. And this is what I wanted.
Thank God.
I want Jackson Dart. I want Jackson Dart to come into this offense naturally. Not when the Brian Dable was already fired and they just need to throw out some semblance of hope out there in Jackson Dart. I want Jackson Dart to start when he is ready, when they feel like they can move on. But right now, Russell Wilson is going to make it harder for them, and I'm okay with that.
I'll say this right now. I was a believer in Russ, just like KB. I think on the first episode back a couple of weeks ago, I was like, if he could give us what he gave us with the Steelers, because I don't think people realize that he was actually just serviceable with the Steelers, and just give us a couple more moon balls, we'll be fine. If he gives us what he gave us during the Cowboys game, we're going to be probably one of the most high-powered offenses in the NFL. And I won't lie, I gave up last week, bro. I just saw so many bad things. I was like, no way I was wrong, bro. No way. I gave up. I'm back in, but I'm back in, baby. I'm
back in, baby.
All my cards are in on Russell Wilson. He's the league leading passer. Daniel Jones is somehow second in the league in passing yards. And Malik Neighbors is league leading in receiving.
You know what's crazy? Quickly on the Daniel Jones thing. I don't want to talk that. That's an underrated. I just saw it right now. That's an underrated comment right there. 0 targets for him both. No, yeah. I hope you guys didn't have Marcus Bow on your fantasy team. But when it comes to Daniel Jones, man, isn't this the one of the worst scenarios possible? It's like the Giants are 0-2 and Daniel Jones is 2-0.
2-0, second in the league in passing. I'm gonna say this is I don't want to spend too much time on him because he's not a Giant anymore. But I'll say this: Daniel Jones has always been the quarterback. If you got the pieces around him, he could use it. Very much like a Jimmy G. But because they have a really good offensive line. People forget how good that Colts offensive line is. Mm-hmm. They have a great running back, not no Saquon Barkley, but Jonathan Taylor is a great running back.
Taylor is as close
and they have good weapons. They have good weapons. He had a great running back at Saquon. He had one of the league's worst offensive line over here. He had not really too many weapons in the receiving game. He only had Neighbors for 1 year. And then on top of that, his mind was not in it with the Giants anymore. I am a firm believer that some players, when they mess up year in, year out, or things go wrong for them year in, year out, that change of scenery is a real thing. We saw it with Evan Ingram when he went to Jacksonville.
We saw it with Evan Ingram.
With a lot of people.
We saw it with Evan Ingram. We saw it with Eric Flowers. We saw it with Eric Flowers. They just need I'm telling you, when you fail in New York, good luck trying to claw your way back because as much as players say like they tune out the noise, you can't. It's impossible to in New York. So shout out to Daniel Jones, but I'll tell you right now, as good as Daniel Jones is playing, he's not even getting as close to winning that game.
He's also not doing
Sunday.
what Russ did.
He's not.
Russ had, what was it, 3 or 4 passing touchdowns this game?
Somebody
just brought it up.
Nate,
touchdowns. When's the last time Daniel Jones had more than 2 passing touchdowns in a game?
Yeah.
Even though he's second in the league in passing yards right now.
Yeah, and explosive plays. Like he's not throwing. He's
not throwing deep as nearly
Russell
as often
Wilson.
as Russell Wilson.
Daniel Jones is not throwing to a 5'8" Wan'Dale Robinson on a 4th down and 4, 50 yards downfield for a touchdown. It was a 4th and 4. Daniel Jones would have took the check down or rolled out for a first down.
He's Russell Wilson, what was the stat you said? 14 attempts? He's not attempting to throw it deep 14 times.
14 or 11. Let me
whatever the number is, if it's double digits, that's what he's attempting over the course of a year. At least with us.
Yeah, quick little stat for you guys as well. Shout out to Bobby Skinner when I was watching one of his videos. I think it was a live stream actually. He said the Giants all of last year. That's where I got the 14 from. I'm sorry, that's where I messed up. He was 7 of 11 of 264 yards. But the 14 comes from the 14 explosive plays the New York Giants had all of 2024. All of 2024. 14. We got half of it in this game. That's crazy. That's crazy. Granted, Daniel Jones only played half the season, but it doesn't matter. We can go. I don't know what the stat is for 2023, 2022, 2021, but I'm pretty sure Saquon Barkley had a lot to do with those things. You know, not Daniel Jones, not the quarterback. This time, the quarterback had a lot to do with it. There was no running game.
Centering in on Malik Neighbors. Now, unlike Wanda, I was about to say Wandale, unlike Cam Scadaboo, where I'm like tempering my expectations and I'm like, let's calm down. With Malik Neighbors, I'm the exact opposite. I'm like, let's turn up the volume.
Turn it up, baby.
In combos with Chase and Jettas? Hell no, they're not in combos with us.
Hey, I'm gonna start the conversation. I'm gonna start the conversation right now. I'm gonna give it to you. I'm gonna give you the floor. Malik Neighbors, best wide receiver in the NFC East.
Best wide receiver in football, brother. You're undershooting. You're undershooting. What is this guy? Who is this guy?
Listen,
Who is this guy?
Listen, CD Lamb is pretty damn good. CD Lamb's been like a top 2-3 receiver.
CD Lamb catches a deep pass touchdown with 20 seconds left in the game with a hand over his face.
Yo,
tell me when that happens.
Yo, the aura that man has emitted when I saw that hand on his visor, he didn't even flinch. He was so locked in. I think he had X-ray vision. He was so locked in. His head didn't even move. It's like he was still looking at the ball through the cracks of the fingertips, like this, and just caught the freaking ball so cleanly and kept his feet in bounds.
Double team.
Oh my God, the aura, bro.
There was 2 people on him.
I'm telling you right now. I think New York City would have burned to the ground if they won the football game. New York City would have burned to the ground if they won the football game.
They would have definitely.
Did you see how Russell Wilson, when Russell Wilson threw that pass, when Russell Wilson threw it, and he was just like freaking LeBron, bro. I was like, let's go. And of course, oh my God.
Of course, as Kyle Cruz in the chat says, a terrorist showed up. What is it with New York and terrorists, bro?
I don't know, man. I don't know. My goodness.
But Malik Neighbors, like I said, turn it up. They all here talking about, is he top 3? Is he in that class with Justin Jefferson? Is he in that class with Jamar Chase? Buddy, they want to attend the class that he's teaching. All right? He's holding classes at Rutgers University every Sunday. And everybody wants to be in attendance. They can't get on the list. Malik Neighbors is him. I just hope that we continue to have losses like this. Not that I hope that we continue to lose, but if we're going to lose, I hope that we lose in this fashion.
Oh, no, I don't think my heart can take it. I don't think my heart can take it.
I prefer this so much to what we saw last
I drink
week.
too much Red Bull, bro. I drink too much Red Bull. I think my heart would stop.
You can't tell me you prefer last week to this, though. I always prefer
I
a
agree
loss
with
where the
you.
team looks competent. We
I
looked like we were from the 1920s week 1. Week 2, we look like a modern NFL team that genuinely, when things are clicking, we have like a top 5 offense in the league.
yeah.
That's what it looked like.
But like I wanna, if I'm gonna lose the game, I wanna be outmatched. Like I wanna say like you got us. You got us. I wanna be outmatched. I don't wanna lose the game when I won the game with 20 seconds left to go in the game. I don't wanna lose the game that way. No. If I'm gonna lose the game, I want it to be outmatched. Yo, I always say this. I'd rather get blown out in a game than lose to a 60-yard field goal. I can't do it. I can't do it. At least if we get blown out, I'll be prepared for it. I already said, all right, we lost. I can't do it. The Giants are 3-3 since 2017. Like in games that come down to a 60+ yard field goal.
Pull up the field goal stat. Pull it up.
I don't have it on me. I don't have it on hand. But the Giants are 3-3 since 2017. Lose when the game comes down to a 60+ yard field
Jake
goal.
Elliott. I think
Jake Elliott.
was it
Graham Gano.
Graham Gano and
now this.
Brandon Aubrey.
And Brandon Aubrey. And was that 3 for 3 stat after they won or before?
What do you mean? If it's 3 for 3 since 2017, it's definitely Elliott, Gano, and Aubrey. I'll tell you that.
No. But are they including this? Are they including this game, or was it?
Yeah, they are. I think they are. They're included.
Okay, yeah. Because we've lost some heartbreakers, but I don't know if they were 60-yard plus. But that's crazy. The rest of the NFL, only
so
3,
like 41 or something,
and 40 something. That's nuts. That's nuts. We literally have the worst luck in the NFL.
I'll say this, KB. Remember what we said last week? Just to steer it back to the positives real quick. With Malik Neighbors, we were like, why aren't we scheming things up for him? He was targeted. I think it was actually very similar amount of targets week 1 to week 2. But whether they just got the ball better to him in terms of whatever roster coming up, in terms of what the designs were, or if it was just the defense was that much sweeter, whatever the case is, he was much more involved. Wandale was the same amount of involved. It was just in a better way, like we covered earlier, deep rather than all these short things. Is this, as the question says, is this a one-time thing? Because I remember when I brought up earlier, were they this good because the Cowboys offense is just that bad? You had a little bit of a look on your face. Was there something you wanted to say to that? Or, we know the teams we're facing this year. We know the defenses we're facing this year. We're not facing anybody necessarily easy. I'm not saying, are we going to score 40 points every game? I'm saying, can we see more of this and less of week 1 going forward?
I think yes. I think something happened on week 2, in week 1, where they said, yo, something's got to change. Because we saw it in week 1. They weren't scheming things up for Malik Neighbors. They weren't intentionally just trying to give him the ball on a curl route. We saw a lot of that in this game, where it was a lot of quick slant RPOs to Malik Neighbors, quick little curl to Malik Neighbors, just in the beginning of the game, just to get the ball rolling for Malik Neighbors, get him in the flow of things, and see if they could set something up deeper down the field. And they did that, and they were successful at it too. That's a major thing as well. You can do all that and just not be successful, and they were successful at it too. So I think something changed, and they said, listen, we have to use everybody to their strengths a lot more. But if you have a guy like Russell Wilson, you shouldn't be running a Daniel Jones offense. You have a guy like Russell Wilson. He wants.
That was the main thing we said last week, right? That was the main thing we said last week. Why does the offense look the same if it's a different quarterback?
He's not scared of of throwing the ball deep. He's not scared of zipping it in between a safety and a corner. He's not scared of throwing over a linebacker. He's a veteran. He's done this for years. He's won a Super Bowl doing that, and that's what you have to do. You can't run a conservative offense when it comes to Russell Wilson. You'll be wasting his talent. And on top of that, something that I said, to preview the season, I said a big improvement for the offense when you change the quarterback to Russell Wilson is not only having better quarterback play, you are unlocking Malik Neighbors, because Malik Neighbors had one of the worst, as far as number 1 receivers go, one of the worst yards per reception in the NFL last year with like 10 or maybe just under 10. Terrible. That's not a Malik Neighbors as a player. He's not a 10 yards per reception type player, but they constantly have to throw him short balls here and there because they couldn't throw the ball deep downfield. And now, look at Malik Neighbors now. How many receptions did he have? He had how many receptions?
11 or 12, maybe.
something like that, on 167 yards. Yeah,
2
yeah,
touchdowns.
that's and 2 touchdowns. That's the type of Malik Neighbors that we know and love, and that he's capable of. He not some I'm gonna just the whole game just quick little curl for Malik Neighbors. I'm not saying not to do that, because you gotta get him incorporated somehow, but that's literally the whole offense. You're not gonna incorporate stuff for him deep downfield, So love it.
I want to agree with you so bad. The reason I want to agree with you is because going back to what we said earlier, just changing one player out on the offensive line allowed the offensive line as a whole to play so much better. And of course, I do think I think that, along with what you said, they probably definitely they had some type of conversations about the type of offense they wanted to run, but the offensive line actually allowing you to do that. Now I got confidence going into the rest of the season, and we'll see how it plays out, especially when Andrew Thomas comes back. I'm like, yeah, we're going to be one of those offenses in the league. We're going to be, you know what? We're going to be an entertaining team to watch this year. And going back to when I disagree with you earlier about what type of losses I prefer, I love that so much more than what we were for like the past 2 to 3 years, where every single week I'm going in, and within like 5 minutes or less, I'm depressed. And I got to sit there for the next 3 hours and 55 minutes and watch my team look like they came out of like the last century, and not even the late last century, the early last century. I prefer that so much more. The thing is, and KB, maybe I'm being too pessimistic. I got to see consistency before I really buy in, though. Mike Kafka had a good year in 22 and stuff
agree.
like that. Like this was one game.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you. Like, you can't just assume anything anymore with the Giants, especially when it comes to assuming something positive. You know what I mean? So it's like you always had just like the last 20 seconds of the game where we Malik Neighbors has that touchdown,
and literally everybody thinks the Giants, oh, they won.
Yeah, and I'm sitting here, at my freaking recap thing that everybody saw. It went viral on Instagram. I said, "Oh, the Giants are gonna win the football game. The Giants are gonna win the football game." I said a little bit after that clip, I was like, "It's not over yet, guys. It is not. It is not over yet."
Bro, remembered who we had at
still
defensive coordinator.
I remember who we have at defensive coordinator. I remember who they have at quarterback, and I remember they have the best kicker in the NFL. So it's like all those things. I was like, my gosh, I just expected at that point.
Brandon Aubrey is so good that for the past 2 years, every time I'm in a fantasy draft, he genuinely goes like round 9. He goes early for a kicker.
He goes early.
Always.
I think he went earlier in my draft too.
And it always pays off, KB, because I think that game he put up like 23 points.
Insane.
Always pays off. He's such a good kicker that it's insane.
Yeah, that's insane.
You know what? It's yeah. Oh yeah, I agree. Send James Hudson to Rikers Island. Shout out to NYG31 in here. Everybody else watching. Listen, we talked about one person that should be on a watch list earlier. We got to talk about the next person that was on a watch list, because this is literally how he had the defense in those last, what was it, 20 seconds?
We'll have to wait till Sunday.
Uh-oh. Talk to the hand.
How is it that we go up with 20 seconds left? And you saw it on the green screen there, but the receivers are playing like 10 yards at least off.
Oh,
I'm going to add, the corners. Thank you. I'm going to add an image to the page right now, because this is, since we hired him, he's reminded me of this guy.
Oh, James Betcher.
He's reminded me so much of James Betcher.
I love that.
I don't know how.
That account. I love that account, because I literally mentioned James Betcher, that he reminds me of him as well. You know what's crazy? What's worse about James Betcher is that when he came here, he was supposed to be some attacking, blitzing,
coming over from Arizona.
And he was the complete opposite of that. But he was just like how this guy runs his defense, Mr. Shane Bowen, who is a run-stopping guru but can't run stop. There is so much I can say about Mr. Bowen over here. he needs to be gone. And the thing is, he's just not going to be. They're not going to fire him. They're not going to fire him
Yeah, are they
unless
not
it's
going
the,
to fire
the
him
middle of the
because
season.
are they not
You
going to fire
have-
him because of what I'm seeing from other people, which I'm like, oh my god, they're right. The whole reason he was hired, KB, is because nobody wants to come after Wink got fired.
Exactly. But no. That wouldn't keep them from firing him because they're just hire from within, an interim DC from within. Like that's not an issue. The problem is, I mean, he's gone. Like there is no chance he makes it to 2026. He's gone. The only question is like, how early would they consider getting rid of him? John Mara, it's clear that John Mara doesn't like him. They threw him under the bus in the pressers last year. But yeah, he's not good. All right, so first thing I'll cover is why did we switch up our defense, later in the game? We were playing a lot tighter. We were playing like more man defense. We were playing, getting up to the line in zone coverage. Then all of a sudden, like after halftime, like they just started playing scared and conservative and played bend but don't break. They just went back in zone coverages and
the phrase has gone viral, KB. Prevent defense only prevents you from winning. The phrase has gone viral.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
I'm glad you brought up the man part. You're definitely way more educated on the topic than me, and maybe you could educate the chat a little bit. We signed somebody who specializes in that, in Paulson Adebo, and then we're playing the defense that we played in the second half that doesn't use the skills to the best of his ability. I'm gonna add another thing right here. Is this true? Because that's where I'm getting that from. Like I said, you're a little bit more educated, and then bam.
All right, let me read this. Sign Adebo, who played in press coverage for Saints, at a highest level. Okay, yes. However, this is almost how, like, remember James Bradbury, where James Bradbury was always like more like a man corner, and then the second year they use him in zone and he sucked ass. But
yeah,
okay, the thing with Paulson Adebo, call me crazy, he was the worst corner on Sunday. Cordell Flott outplayed him. Drew Phillips
was great.
outplayed him. He was great.
So I guess it's not crazy because they both had good games. I guess it's not crazy.
But you know what? But you know what's crazy? But you know what is crazy? They didn't run man a lot in that game. They didn't run press man a lot in that game. He got smoked in press man. Smoked.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why he got caught on double moves downfield. George Pickens is huge, so it's like I get it, but like your specialty is press man coverage. You better cover him. Like I don't care. You're getting paid. You're the highest paid corner we have here. I don't care if he's bigger than you. But he got that post route that George Pickens had to move them closer to field goal range at the end of in overtime. That they were playing press man, and he got burnt there. He had trouble downfield, and yeah, even in zone, zone is just not his thing. But he was not good. Oh, he was not good. It looked like he was better against the run, and he's a freaking cornerback. You know what I mean? So I was like, I don't care how he does against the run. But yeah, Paulson Adebo was not good there. Shout out Cordell Flott
for the things. Oh yeah, man. Listen, I love it when somebody that you support as a joke actually starts becoming good, because that's Cordell Flott with me and with a lot of Giants fans. I think started supporting him because it was funny.
That was
He's
me
good.
with Micah McFadden, but I mean, I actually did like Micah McFadden.
You liked him. That wasn't a joke for you. This was a joke for me.
Oh, okay. I mean, I liked McFadden. I just didn't think he was gonna be that good. But
yeah.
But
all right, let's cool it on that good.
He's pretty darn. He's a Pro Bowl level linebacker. I'll say that he's a Pro Bowl level linebacker.
Where is he right now, KB?
On IR. That's not his fault. That's not his fault. Wait till he comes back.
Availability is the best ability.
Get ready for 4 more years of Micah, because he's gonna get re-signed here for 4 years. I know it. I smell it. So anyway, fear the Flott. Yo, I'm not gonna lie. I hated Cordell Flott. I used to hate him. I used to hate this man.
I do remember that. Yeah.
I hated him. The fear the Flott bullshit, I hated it. I was like, this guy is not good. Yo, you know what it is? When your mentality is just you're a dog, because Cordell Flott's a dog. That guy plays with so much heart, you could see it. You eventually are gonna get better. Like you're gonna play up to your competition. That man on the outside, it didn't matter if it was against Jalen Tolbert. It didn't matter if it was against George Pickens on the outside, and it didn't matter if it was CeeDee Lamb on the outside. He was doing his job. He almost had an interception. It wasn't even his assignment. I don't know if you saw during the play, there was a play where Dak throws a ball to the corner of the end zone, and it goes through Javon Holland's hands, and also like Cordell Flott was right behind him. I think if Javon Holland isn't there, Cordell Flott catches that interception. That wasn't even his responsibility. Cordell Flott had a curl route. He read the corner route from the slot receiver and jumped all the way back there to go get the interception. Like, he was playing really, really well, Cordell Flott was.
Yeah.
Really happy with our cornerback play, and I'm fully...
Drew Phillips, in a game where CeeDee Lamb basically called him out, I think had a better game than CeeDee Lamb. And I know Lamb had a great game, but like for a corner...
Drew Phillips, this was his breakout game. This was Drew Phillips' break. I was waiting for that game because I don't know if you know this, Coach, but I did not like Drew Phillips coming out the draft. I did not like that
Like,
pick.
genuine question, no troll, no bit. Did you like any of the corners that Shane drafted coming out?
Fuck no. No, Deontay.
It's so funny. That's the one you liked.
Yeah,
you
the
like
first round,
two,
first round pick. Yeah, just complete opposite. We'll get to his ass soon because that man might be a terrorist in training.
Who says no to this trade? Deontay Banks, Evan Neal, Jalen Hyatt. And a fourth round pick. Wait, here, a fourth round pick.
And a fourth round pick.
Send them to Cleveland for their center or something, bro. Because
we're giving Cleveland a bag of shit and a fourth round pick.
we're giving Cleveland ass, cheeks, and shit and a fourth round pick for a center.
Oh God. Do it. Slam it.
Please.
Slam it.
But yeah, Drew Phillips breakout game. Absolutely.
Yo, I was watching the film. There are so many plays that go unnoticed because obviously corners aren't going to get thrown the ball all the time. Yo, this man has CeeDee Lamb in clamps, bro. This man has CeeDee Lamb in clamps.
We got to start doing this in our stream, bro. Strap.
Bro.
Strapped.
He had him in clamps. Strapped. Anybody, well, I'll tell you one player though, because I'm not non-biased. I'll tell you right now, Drew Phillips got worked by Kevontae Turpin. Thank God he came out the game because he got hurt.
Yeah.
Turpin got hurt and he got taken out the game. Thank God because he was working Drew Phillips because he's just quick. Turpin's just really quick and fast. It was just too much for Drew to handle. But yeah, he had CeeDee Lamb under class and he's another dog, bro. He's another competitor. You saw that third down in overtime, giving the Giants a chance for the ball back. He had a solo tackle. He had to get a solo tackle on. I don't even know who it was. I think it was Jalen Tolbert. Jalen Tolbert caught the ball and he could have ran for more yards, but Drew just did not let go. He just grabbed onto him, made sure he didn't miss the tackle or slip off of it. Held him until the whistle was blown. Like, man, Drew and Cordell, bro, they balled out. They balled out. Absolute dogs.
I know some people in the chat might be wondering, why aren't we talking about the obvious? The obvious is obviously the defensive line. This defense should be performing better because this defensive line is as good as it is, and it's being mishandled. It's being mishandled because anytime we actually see all four of them on the playing field, KB, has it not always resulted in a hurry, a pressure, sometimes a sack? Every time we see them on the field, it works out. It genuinely works out. How was the rotations this game as the guy that actually got to watch it live? And I don't know if you got to dive into it a little bit.
Yeah, I got to watch a lot of the film. As far as all the main four guys on the field, here's the thing. I do understand why they're not on the field with each other as much as they are because one, you have three edge rushers. You got to find a way to put them out there. And I'm honestly, because you saw Abdul Carter's PFF grades the past 2 weeks, they're not good. It's because they have him rushing as a linebacker, like as a rushing the B gap against the guards and centers. So it's like, he's not gonna be as good. He's just not gonna be as useful because
I think his PFF measurements for pressures though is like extremely high.
Yeah, it is because he's still getting pressures, especially when he's lining up on the outside. Like nobody's holding this guy. There are so many wins. Like here's the thing. Stats don't tell you everything. They can give you evidence, but they don't tell you everything. Same thing with Micah Parsons. Did you watch the Thursday Night Football game?
Yeah.
These
I did.
Micah Parsons had like goose eggs. He had like no tackle, no nothing, and had a half sack. That man wrecked the entire game, but it didn't show up in the stat sheet. Same thing with Abdul Carter. When it came to Drew Phillips' interception, was something we didn't even talk about. Drew Phillips had an interception, a really good one by the way, on
Yeah.
CeeDee Lamb. That was triggered because Dak Prescott threw a errant throw. Like Dak Prescott would not make that
Because
throw.
of Carter.
Drew Phillips
Yeah.
was on him. Carter was in his face. And right off the snap, and he had to just throw it to the whoever receiver he was looking at. Turns out he was looking at Drew Phillips because he was all over him. But that was because of Abdul Carter, and he had a lot of wins in this game. When it comes to the rotation,
I know what you said, bro. Like, yeah, you get why, but it could be so much better.
yeah, they were only on the field. All four of them were only on the field with each other for 8 snaps out of that entire game. 8 snaps.
Insane.
Yeah.
And I feel like at least 6 of those 8 snaps I can remember in my head because, like I said, it's always successful when they're there.
Yeah. Kayvon Thibodeau had a sack when they were on the field.
By the way,
together.
I do want to you brought him up. Nothing but praise for Kayvon. Week 1, I was like, he's an Abdul Carter
I wish I was
merchant.
wearing the jersey right now, but yeah.
Praise for Kayvon, bro. You
Yo,
were not an
Kayvon-
Abdul Carter merchant this game.
Yeah.
And of course, my guy Brian Burns, he got 3 sacks on the season. Never had no doubt about you, my king.
Bro, 3 sacks on the season. Love it. When it Bobby Skinner posted on Twitter, he's like, Kayvon Thibodeau is the most improved player for the Giants this year, and I completely agree. That man, okay, call me crazy. We need him back.
No, I don't think you're crazy. I don't think you're crazy because even if he didn't
I hope he
even
doesn't
if
want
he was
too
just
much.
all right, I wanted to resign him still because I still think he's talented, and I still think having that 4-man group of pass rushers is a valuable thing to have that you would want to have.
You know what's crazy?
But he just made it even harder to not resign him.
You know what's crazy? It's not just because he's a good pass rusher to keep him around. He's the only guy for the strong side. He's the only strong side edge rusher. Brian Burns and Abdul Carter do not stop the run very well on the edge. They cannot set the edge. Brian Burns tried that last week. Oh my God, it did not go well. Because that's not their specialty. They're speed rushers. They're guys that are gonna beat you off the corner. They're not edge setting. Beat a double team with a tackle and tight end type guys. Kayvon was wrecking that game on the strong side, and we need somebody like that. I don't want another Jihad Ward. I don't want another O'Shane Zimenez. Kayvon Thibodeau
Marcus
is a good
Golden.
pass rusher. Right, Kayvon Thibodeau is a good pass rusher and can be a strong side edge that can help stop the run and help, contain the running back, make sure he doesn't get outside. Like, we need a guy like that in rotation, and if we lose Kayvon Thibodeau and we just have Brian Burns and Abdul Carter, it's gonna be trouble for our run defense, and more than it is already because it's already bad. But
Our run
Kayvon
defense is
Thibodeau
already
is
ass.
a big part of our run defense. Yep.
I'm seeing people bring up where's Chauncey Golston. I don't know.
No, he was out there. He was out there. He was actually fine. I didn't have a problem with him.
Shout out to Elijah Garcia.
Shout out to Elijah Garcia. You know what I don't like? There was a play in particular. Okay, there was a play in particular. I'm seeing if I can share my screen. Hold on. Let me see here. Right. Yeah, but if I do it full screen.
Just put it up. Let's see what it's sharing that.
Let's see. I'm a boomer, guys. I'm sorry. Can you see my screen?
Yeah. Can you zoom
can
in
see
at
it?
all?
Yeah, I can zoom in right now. This is the play I'm talking about. Okay.
Bet.
This is why Shane Bowen is a terrorist. Okay. I want you guys to look on the screen here. Okay, I'm gonna run this play through so you guys know what play this is, and we're gonna break it down. Okay.
Live breakdown.
Live breakdown. Okay. This was that beautiful pass right over 2 defenders on for CeeDee Lamb. Okay, beautiful. You know why that happened? I'm gonna show the box view. Kush, I don't know how good the quality is, but can you name me who's on the field right now? Who are our down linemen? Can you name me?
Is
our
that
down
Dex
linemen?
on the all the way on the left? Is
No,
that
it is
97
not.
or is that 57?
This is 57.
That's 57. I don't know who that is. Go back to
That's-
the like where it's not blurry. All right, so 57. Genuinely, I don't know what number that is. Is that 90 all the way on the right? That's Garcia, right?
Yep, Elijah Garcia. Why is he in the 6 tech?
Why? I can't. The number is so blurry. Genuinely,
Yeah,
on those
it is
real
blurry.
people, I
The
can't
quality's bad because Twitter completely screws your
Yeah.
quality when you put your video up. So this is Chauncey Golston on the
Okay.
edge. Fine, he's in rotation. Fine, and he's a strong side edge. So he's doing his job. This is I think this is Roy Robertson Harris. Okay, Roy
Okay.
Robertson Harris, Darius Alexander, who has not been doing very well,
I'm not
and
gonna lie.
Elijah Garcia at a
I'm
6
not gonna
tech.
lie. I didn't realize Darius Alexander was
Still on the team.
like
Was on the
yeah.
team.
I know he's just been drafted, but he's been such a non-factor. But go ahead, yeah.
So there's our friendly neighborhood Brian Burns here.
Friendly
right here.
neighbor Spider-Man. Yep.
Yeah. You caught what I did there. But there they are. Why are 4 backup defensive linemen on the field? What is this? What is
At
this?
the
The
same time.
NBA just putting the
At
bench
the
out
same
there
time, bro. Exactly.
at the same
At the
time.
same
Not one.
time.
Brian Burns is playing off-ball linebacker, and you know why this is even more of a bigger problem, Kush? All right. This play, you guys see this? This play is a nickel blitz, not nickel blitz, a safety blitz, which means you're gonna have no safety help up top because Javon Holland has his own responsibility in a hook zone, so there's no safety help up top. This is man covers. These Deontay Banks and Paulson Adebo are on an island right now. So what does that mean? That means you are depending on your defensive line to get there because you do not want to leave your corners on an island with no
You
safety
got the
help.
4 backups.
So
in.
why on earth
Oh
are there
my
4 backup defensive linemen on my football field? Oh my god! For my team, man. What is this? And then nobody gets there.
Go back. Pause right there. Is just a straight line. They got nothing. It
Nobody
was just
look.
a straight
Yo,
line.
just look. No push at all because you have 3 defensive tackles on the field.
This is ridiculous.
Ridiculous. And Tyler Newbin tries to get there, and I hate Tyler Newbin. He's
I can't.
My
believe
goodness,
they
but
thought that
he
was
did
gonna
his
replace
job.
Xavier, man.
He did his job, but he couldn't get there in time because there was no pocket breakdown at all. So he had
Dak
time to
literally
throw this
took a
ball.
stake back there, bro.
He threw as he got hit, and it was a dot, absolute dot. Why is it? First of all, well, not first of all. I said a lot of things already, but why is Elijah Garcia, who is a defensive tackle, lined up on the tight end in a 6 tech? This man is a wide defensive end. Why is he playing defensive end on a blitz with no safety help? What? Shane Bowen, who's doing the rotations?
I know.
This is-
I'm glad you brought that back up.
This
know
is
for a
nuts.
fact, and Andre Patterson is not putting this nonsense out on the field, bro. You have decades of evidence of who Andre Patterson is. We have years of when he's been on the Giants of what he does. There's no way I'm buying that he's the reason that rotation is that way, bro. If it is, did you go senile in the offseason, bro?
I didn't even see this part. Look at this part right here. Deontay Banks gets so cooked.
Is that Bobby Okereke?
Bobby Okereke is closer to CD Lamb.
Bobby Okereke.
And look who,
Okay.
brother, look who makes the tackle. It's a Paulson Adebo who was coming from the other side of the field. Oh my god. Deontay Banks is ass, bro. I'm sorry. I can't believe I liked him, but he is ass. But there's the film session, guys.
Who says no to the trade, bro? Who says no?
Oh god.
Listen, I actually, it was gonna be a Instagram exclusive. All right, guys. So first of all, make sure you go over to Twitter, follow KB because he just gave you a nice little breakdown that it looks like he had on his
Yeah, I put that one
his
clip
Twitter
on there
page.
because I was so frustrated last night. I had to post it.
Exactly. Now, I need y'all to go over and follow me on IG because this was gonna be an IG exclusive, but I let it go out on the rest of the stuff. I actually had a chance to submit a question to Shane Bowen, and this was what he said. All right, so let's let's take a look.
I'm scared
Oh no, wait. Why are you scared, bro?
because it's you.
Why are you? I am a good
Oh,
guy. This is what he said. All right. Yeah, coach. So there's this thing called the blitz, where if we could just really use that down the stretch of
What the hell are you talking about?
Listen, I
He
don't
said, "Shut
know.
your damn mouth, Kush."
He, I don't know, man. He's just somebody that just get him off my team, bro. That's all I can say. Is there another positive? Oh yeah, let's talk about Dexter Lawrence because everybody's wondering where he's been. I'll read this out loud for you. Dex was PFF's highest graded Giants defender, 87.0. All three of his pressures were hurries. He recorded 3 stops, greater than two off yards. Received a lot of double teams. Some are questioning his impact. It's still there. It just hasn't translated to sacks. I'm gonna bring up a point that you actually brought up to me last week, KB, which is that he's still recovering from his injury purely because in the offseason, he didn't really have like an offseason. If you combine what you said last week with this, what are you thinking? I was about to say, what are you talking?
I saw this and I was like, I really, I think PFF is coping. I think PFF is very biased and they just grade good players to be good.
To be good?
I don't think Dexter Lawrence did not put up an 87 grade. 87 is high for a defensive lineman.
Yeah.
I don't think Dexter Lawrence was getting pushed back a lot, like in the run game, like getting pushed back a lot. I don't see his impact is okay. Is it better than DJ Davidson out there? Yes, it is, obviously. But it's like I don't think he's doing much. I don't think he's playing that well, to be honest with you. And granted, I'm talking up to Dexter Lawrence's standards. Okay, I'm talking about Dexter Lawrence's standards. He's not who he was, that's for sure. I don't know what it is. I'm not saying he's past his prime because he's still young. I'm not saying that at all.
Let's go back to once again what you said last week. Is it he didn't have an off season because he's recovering from his injury?
Yeah, it could. I think it could be that. I think it could be that he's coming off a season-ending injury. I think that's his first ever season-ending injury before. I believe he had surgery.
And it was his best season by far too.
Yes,
right where it happened.
Let me tell you, Dexter Lawrence probably would have had 15 sacks.
I was gonna say 16. He would have had like a sack for every game.
And
with
that's
the rate
nuts
he was going
for
at.
8-3. Do you understand? They would give him a gold jacket if he was doing that. At his size, 342 pounds. Nobody's ever done that before. Vince Wilfork, I think Dexter Lawrence already passed him in career sacks. Like it's not even close. So it's like, yeah, like Dexter Lawrence's standards is he's just not playing up the standards. And you're right, like like we talked about. I think he's coming off an injury, didn't have a lot of time to get the ball rolling. That's why I do hope and I do think he's gonna play a lot better. But it's like it's not there right now, and I don't know where the 87 comes from because I watched him out there, and yeah, he made a couple plays here and there. He's Dexter Lawrence, but it wasn't impactful like how I've watched him in the past.
Yeah, let's. I mean, in terms of the defense, and in terms of with Dex, I didn't get once again to watch this game live, just based off of week 1, and then based off of what I could watch with this, he's just seemed like a non-factor. And I don't know why that is. You can't even, at least for Dex, you can't even say it's the Shane Bowen terrible scheme because last year, as we just said, he had his best season before he got injured in the Shane Bowen terrible scheme. I'm really hoping that, he just needs a month or two, which is a lot, but the offseason is a lot that he missed. I'm hoping he needs a month or two to come back, to get back into game playing shape. But the thing that does worry me, KB, is that he's getting pushed back. That isn't necessarily conditioning. That's just strength. You are the strongest player on our team by far. You're one of the strongest in the NFL. What is happening?
Yeah,
I have no idea.
I don't know, man. I really don't.
Let's I don't know. Is there anything else to add about the defense? Oh, let me get anything on Javon Holland. Anything about how he's been performing through 2 weeks as one of the big free agent signings?
Holland's fine, like in coverage. It's really hard to really say like a coverage safety like did really well because a lot of times you're not going to get a lot of action as a safety. in coverage, but I'll tell you against the run, he's not good.
Hmm.
We don't have. I hate all of our safeties. I just don't like any of them. I think Tyler Nubin is the worst safety the Giants have had in a long time, and that's saying a lot because we have Dane Belton still on this team. I think Dane Belton's probably better than Tyler Nubin right now. Um, Tyler Nubin cannot create an angle to save his life. Like
Hmm.
he had to have failed geometry as a kid because he cannot make an angle to make a tackle. A lot of the big plays that happened were because he could not find the angle. A lot of plays that went where Kevontae Turpin or whatever his name is had like a freaking end around and Tyler Nubin read it. He read it fine with the instincts. He went to go make the tackle, and for some reason they're running side to side, and then he just makes the stupidest angle to try to like cut him off. But it just I don't even know how to explain it. It's just so terrible. He's so bad. Javonte Williams, like
This man is literally rubbing his head in frustration. This is crazy.
yeah. Tyler Newman's so frustrating because I watched him last year and I watched everybody tell me that he's not bad because he was second in the on the team in tackles. I said, guys, you got to understand, it's not because he doesn't have so many tackles because he's good. He has so many tackles because he gives up so many catches and he has a tackle afterwards. Like, my God, and his missed tackle rate is insane. I forgot what it was. Somebody put it there. It's insane, bro.
Yeah, the secondary continues to be the weak part of this defense.
He was horrible at Nova. I'm sorry. He was horrible. Numbers do not tell the full story. He was horrible.
I mean, when you get a secondary that's weak, you get a talented D line rotation, but a talented D line group, but the rotation is messed up. A scheme that prefers to just play prevent for an entire half of football. You add that up, you get a team that can score 40 points, but they can't win a game. You get a team that scores 2 touchdowns in the last 4 minutes of the game. Both of those 2 touchdowns should have been the daggers, should have been game ending. Can't win the game. It always comes back to coaching. And I still, to this day, I will still bring it back to Brian Dable and Joe Shane because they're the ones making these decisions. I will always bring it back to them. Not to be too much of a downer before we go into our Chiefs preview here, but they have to do a lot for me to say, yeah, I want to see them back next year. So much. And this is not even close to beginning to undo the damage that they've done to this team, in my opinion. But let's get to the Chiefs preview, man. Now, only the New York Giants will have a Chiefs team that is 0-2. And genuinely, I'm thinking to myself, oh my God, we can lose this game. And it's just, and it's only, oh my God, we can lose this game off of like the history of the Giants' bad luck, off of the history of the Giants' bad juju. If the Chiefs want to have a bounce back game, it's going to be against us because our defense is sweet. And Patrick Mahomes is probably going to, get one more game out of Travis Kelce. Maybe Travis has a bounce back game. I don't know. But the Chiefs also, at the same time, with all that being said, that's just me talking about, the Giants have bad luck. And it will be the most Giants thing ever to have this team lined up. The Chiefs don't look good. They haven't looked good through 2 weeks. The Giants can also get their win their first win of the season based off of them. Well, how are you feeling? Oh, it's Sunday night too. I forgot that. Oh.
Yeah, Sunday Night Football. I don't know. I was under the impression that it was Monday Night Football, but I just figured out it was Sunday Night Football like yesterday, and I was like, oh, okay. Um, it's crazy because is it crazy to think that we have a chance in this game?
No, because like I said, they haven't looked good.
They have not looked good, and even like we've always played the Chiefs tough. Always, we beat them in 2017. Now again, this is different teams, but it's still Andy Reid. But we beat them in 2017 in overtime, and the year they went to the Super Bowl in 2021, where they lost to the Bucks, we almost beat them 20-17. We had no business being in that game. We were a 2-win team, and we stood in that game, almost beat them. So, I think we have a chance in this game because they are dealing with a lot of injuries, and their offensive line isn't very good. We've seen that a lot against the Eagles. Like Mahomes was running for his life, had to become a running back because they couldn't get their ball. They couldn't run the ball, so he had to turn into a running back too. And they're really depending on Travis Kelce, like really depending on him. So if you can find a way to shut Travis Kelce down in the air, make sure they don't run the ball effectively, we can find a way to win this game, man. We honestly
Which guess
can't.
what, KB?
Mhm.
You said is a crazy thing that we're in a game. You said shut down Travis Kelce, stop the run. Hopefully we can pull it off because Travis Kelce's old as dog, like old as dog water, bro. He's looked like he's genuinely fallen off a cliff. It shouldn't be hard if that's the only receiving weapon we got to really worry about because the number one guy has been suspended, and then Travis injured the other guy in week 1. And then in terms of running back, they really haven't had much of a run game at all. And I know we have a weak run defense, to be fair. We have one of the weakest run defenses in the NFL, but we're going to let Isaiah Pacheco run all over us, bro? Like, come on.
It's crazy because they don't even use Isaiah Pacheco like that anymore. They use Kareem Hunt again, and Kareem Hunt's old as hell. Like I think we got to find a chance against Kareem Hunt. Honestly, Worthy might be back. I don't care if he might be back. I'm not worried about Worthy. I don't think Xavier Worthy's good. I really don't. I think they use him as a gadget player, but I'm not worried about him at all. My only thing is I'm worried about Patrick Mahomes. That's what I'm worried about. So I just want to make sure he has the least amount of weapons to throw to as possible. I think Juju's gonna get locked up. They have. I don't even know who else. Hollywood Brown. All right, he's probably the biggest threat in the receiving game right now. Travis Kelce as well, but and then for the Giants, we talked about can the offense keep up and be consistent. This is a good defense to test that against. I think they're a better defense than Dallas is, so we'll see what happens there. But I think the Giants need to keep going where they're going. I haven't watched Kansas City film, so I don't even know what kind of defense, Spags likes to run nowadays. But I know he likes I know he's a 4-3 guy. I don't know if he switches philosophy since then. And like a basic, cover 2 type guy. So, cover 2 zone. So if it's the same thing like what they ran in Dallas, I think we'll be fine. They already proved that they can dot on a defense like that. So we'll see what happens. But I think we have a chance to win this game. I'm not picking them to win, but I think we have a really good chance to make this competitive. And it's our home opener, so please, we gotta.
Why is our home opener on Sunday Night Football, bro? Why
in week 3? In week 3 against the Super Bowl runner-ups, like
I swear to God, every single year I feel like we say this too. I feel like every single year I'm like the schedule makers hate us, but like genuinely, I feel it every single year.
Why do we always have primetime games against good teams? Why do we always have primetime games versus good teams, and we're ass?
Why do we have primetime? Forget that. Why do we have primetime games?
I know, right? I know. I really, truly, I don't know because I get it. We're the biggest media market in the world. Where our team like is very cultural, whatever. Bro, we've been ass for 10 years. Like you gotta let it go. Just stop giving us.
Let it go, brother. The picture of the bag falling apart.
I don't want to be in primetime games. I really don't. I just want to win our 1:00 games. That's it.
As the home opener once again is crazy, but like you said, I think we're in this game. I think we're really in this game. If the offense continues what they started in week 2 in Dallas, if they could bring it home, which also KB historically over the past 10 years, it seems like we've just always been a worse home team than away team. So I wouldn't be surprised if the offense just drops the ball this Sunday night, and then when we play the Chargers at home too. Like they don't have another good offensive game until they're back on the road. It's just somehow, some way, the way the Giants have operated over the past 10 years. But if this offense walks into MetLife Stadium, they go into the AC unit and they drop 30, we win this game. I think we win this game. I'm gonna pick the Giants. I'm gonna pick the Giants because, like I said, I'm back in. They reeled me back in. Yo, when's the last time we scored 37 points in a game, bro?
Yeah, I know.
Genuinely.
Indianapolis, but we scored 45.
Oh yeah, that was that 20?
Drew Lock. That was last year, brother. That was the Cam Ward Bowl.
Oh yeah. We're not counting that. We're not gonna count that, bro. All right. That's a shot in the dark fluke. Oh my God, it really was that. But it was 100% a fluke. But this offense, the way it was humming, they got me really, really excited. They really do have me excited. It's going to start up front with the O-line. It's going to start up front with the run game. Can Cam Scadaboo get more than 45 yards rushing? Can the tandem of him and Tracy give us like 150 rushing? I mean, that's a lot to ask for, but can you get us triple digit yards?
Give us somewhere in the triple digits running. Like
give us triple digits running and we'll be fine. If the offense can score 30 points, we'll be fine. Defense, I just need you to hold them to under 30. And like I said earlier, their offensive line don't look good. They got old man Kareem Hunt as a running back one, and their running back two, Pacheco, doesn't look good. They don't have a wide receiver really that's like should be a massive threat. Like Drew Phillips, Cordell Flott, Paulson Adebo, if y'all can't handle doo-doo shit Schuster, freaking Hollywood Brown, and I don't know who the third receiver is right now, y'all shouldn't be in the NFL, bro.
Yeah.
Because I agree with KB. I don't think they're super talented. I think Patrick Mahomes elevates them, and that's what we're gonna have to worry about. Just Patrick Mahomes in general. But we'll see. That's why I'm picking them. I think it's a very winnable game, and I could be huffing on hopium again, but that's why I'm picking them.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. I love that we're wearing our home jerseys three weeks in a row.
Are we also not wearing them for the Chargers?
No, like we wore our home jerseys against the Commanders, which was away. We wore our home jerseys for Dallas, which is away, and we're wearing our home jerseys for the Chiefs, which is home now. But for whatever, why are we turning into the NBA that home teams are wearing our white jerseys?
Yeah, I know. I don't like it.
Dallas
I guess I'm a
ruined that.
traditionalist in that way.
Dallas freaking ruined that because they always wear their away jerseys at home. Like they only wear one jersey, honestly. Their dark blue jersey they use as alternates, but I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't want I do not want to see my football team wearing our away jerseys at home. I'll lose my shit.
Absolute woke nonsense.
Absolute. Yeah, what is this DEI freaking jersey stuff?
Oh my god, man. You guys know the meme? It's a football meme, like European football. It's a manager. He's just posted up on the wall. And the caption just says utter woke nonsense. Like that is the jersey stuff to me, man. It's hilarious.
I don't like it. I was watching the Bucks game last night. Oh yeah. Wait, were they in Texas Stadium or were they in Raymond James Stadium?
I don't know.
I don't remember, but I was like, why are a lot of teams wearing their away jerseys now? Like, what the hell?
That's what I thought. Nova said it. It's the first 4 regular season games because we're also home against the Chargers.
Oh my, yeah. Oh yeah. So 4 times. Oh snap. Yeah. So and then we'll see what's happening with the Saints because we're going to the dome there. So.
Oh man, they were in NRG, so they were in Houston.
They were in Houston, and they were wearing the Bucks were wearing their home jerseys. So that's crazy.
Well, what are you gonna do, KB? So you got Kansas City, I got the Giants. You guys already know by this point what we do as the last topic. It's just let's take a. Oh, I forgot to. Oh no, it is week 3. I thought it was week 4 for some reason. Let's take a look. Let's go back. Let me share the screen here. Bam, bam. I can't remember what our record was. I genuinely can't. But I do remember us saying that it should. I do remember that.
I know you were at 13 in week 1. I was at 12. You were at 13. I was at 12, and then
we could just go back through real quick to see where we're at now. So I think we both had Packers, so that's +1. I think we both had Cowboys. Unfortunately, that's +2.
I had the Steelers.
I can't remember who I had for this, honestly. Chat, help me out.
I think we both agreed on the Steelers.
We both had the Steelers?
Yeah.
That sounds about right, honestly. So 2-1. I think we both had the Rams.
Yeah, we were really lockstep with a lot of these picks.
Yeah.
I do remember that.
Of course, we'll have the Jills. That's 4-1.
Yeah. Patriots.
Did we have the Patriots? Did we both
have the Patriots? I had the Patriots. I don't remember if you did.
I want to say that because I'm not a fan of Tua. Never have been.
Yeah.
So then what is that? 5-1? Yeah, that's 5-1.
I know you had the Jags. I know you had the Jags.
I did have the Jags. Yeah. You had the Bengals?
Yeah. So we were.
5-2. You're 6-1, right? So 5-2 for me. I know we both had the 49ers for sure.
Niners.
6-2.
We both had the
Ravens. 7-2.
I had the Bears. I had the Bears. My dumbass.
You had the Bears.
Yeah.
So now we're both at 8-2, basically.
You did. You had the Colts. I had the Broncos. Yeah, Daniel Jones. Daniel Jones. You believed.
I bought into it. I was like, he could do it.
We both had
Cardinals. I think we both had the Cardinals. I think that's 10-2 for me, right?
I think
and 9
if
and
you're at
3 for
10,
you.
then I'm at 8, right?
Oh yeah, 8. Yes. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
We both had the Eagles, so that's 11. Why did I think I might have had the Vikes?
We both
I think
had
I
the
might have had the
we
Vikes.
both had the Vikings.
Okay. Yeah, okay. Cool. So still at 11. Bucks. I think we both had, right?
Yeah, I had the Bucks. Yeah, we both had the Bucks.
Yeah. And so that's 12. Did we disappear on Chargers Raiders? Did we split here?
Mm, You had Raiders.
I
You had
think I had
Raiders.
Raiders. Yeah.
I had Chargers.
So what is that? 12. 12 and however many.
Shit.
How many losses is that? Whatever. Just
Well,
add 12 to 13. I got 15
yeah.
games. I mean, I got 25 games on the season so far.
So you're 25. Then yeah, how much? I'm freaking losing my train of thought here.
You had one less than me.
One less than you. So how much did you have in total then?
I had
And not
25 in total. I think you had one last week and one less this week, so you're at 23.
Gotcha. So it'll be 23 and
How many games are there weekly? Like
it's 16.
16. So 16 plus 16 is 32. If I got 25 out of 32, that's 7. And you would
23.
be 9.
Okay,
25
so
and 7, 23 and 9.
23. All right, so I wrote it down here so we'll remember.
But all right, Dolphins, Bills. Yeah, I'm gonna go Bills. I think we're both going Bills.
Yeah, I'm going Bills.
Wait a minute. Did they hold up? Is this a repeat game?
No, it was Dolphins Patriots.
Okay. I'm like,
That's why it looks similar. Yeah.
Yeah, it looks similar. Anyway, yep. I'm gonna go with the Bills. Can the Vikings really start off 3-0 looking as bad as they have? And then now Joe Burrow got turf toe? Nope. I'm going Vikings, man.
Let's see. Damn, this one's a hard one because both quarterbacks are out. It's gonna be
One has a better
Carson.
offensive line though.
It's gonna be Carson Wentz versus freaking whoever. I forgot their backup quarterback. Yeah, one has a strong defense too. I'll give me the Vikings.
Yeah, Vikings. We're locked up there. Texans, Jaguars. I'm gonna go with the Texans. I'm going with the Texans purely because it's come on, CJ Stroud, don't let me down. I think they got a better
CJ Stroud
defense.
played. They held out there. They fought pretty well against the Bucks, but call me crazy. I hate the Jags, but I'm gonna go with the Jags here.
I'm gonna call you crazy because I do think the Texans are a better team.
Because the Jaguars scored 26 points in week 1, 27 points in week 2. Like they're scoring points. Like they're getting things. Again, it was against two bad defenses, the Carolina and Bengals. But I mean, Texans got a good defense though. But still, give me the Jags.
Okay. So we split there. Colts, Titans. I'm going with the Colts again. Sorry, Cam Ward, you just don't got the supporting cast around you, man. I don't know what to say.
Sorry, Cam Ward, you ain't beating Daniel Jones.
You're not beating Indiana Jones.
I'm sorry.
Yo, why does he have a hard nickname, bro?
Give me a second. Give me a second. Someone's calling me. Hold
on. Hello, guys. All right, let's try and guess what he's saying over there. Oh yeah, this is your car insurance. Speaking. You have an overdue payment on your Nissan Altima 2012. Overdue payment? What do you mean? I got my thing on auto pay, and my credit cards are up to date. Well, sir, actually, we're tracking your address right now. We have a drone strike aimed right at your building. If you don't pay me right now, it's gonna be over for you. Oh, it's not.
Shane Bowen's not here. I promise. No way.
Yeah.
No way. Hold on.
What? Oh, he's getting it again. Sir, how dare you hang up on me? You think I was joking the first time? Buddy, we have... Oh, you got your back?
I'm back. Yeah.
All right. Yeah, why does Daniel Jones have a hard nickname, bro? Like, what's going on? Indiana Jones is actually a good nickname, guys. I can't lie to you.
It is. It goes hard, bro. It goes hard.
Yeah, we're both going the Colts here?
Yes. Unfortunately, I mean, this is crazy. That we live in a world where the Giants are about to go 0-3, and Daniel Jones is about to go 3-0 with a new team. Oh my God.
I have the Giants going 1-2.
Whatever. I guess so. I
Also,
guess that makes it a little better.
Also, real quick, yo, Colts owner on the sideline. What's up? Yeah, I'm a good guy for real. You know what I mean? I like football. We could do something special together. That's all I'm saying.
You can do
That is
something
all.
special together.
That's all I'm saying. That's
Oh
it.
my gosh.
I didn't realize she was low key a baddie, and she not micromanaging. She's just chilling over there. She trying to learn
Yo.
football.
I will
That's
say
me.
that she's aging very well. I will say that.
Yeah, she's like she doesn't look her age. What
She
was she
doesn't look her
taking
age.
notes of? I have no idea what she was taking notes of, man. But she's at least she's not micromanaging. All the reports does not like they confirm that.
Well, while she taking notes, she could take down my number.
Buddy, you stick it to Kay Adams, all right? I'll
You're right.
stick with the billionaire.
You're right. I'll take
I'll
K Adams
stick with
all
the-
day. You got
Hell
that,
no,
brother.
I'm taking the
You got
billionaire,
that,
buddy.
brother.
You
got-
are
I'm
not
taking
about
the
your bag.
billionaire.
You're not
Listen,
about your bag.
Listen,
I
it's not
am.
about the money. It's not about the money for me. It's not about the money. You know.
All right. It's always about the money. This is why
It's about the.
this is why the Giants are
physical-
losing. Because
about
their
the
fans are not focused on the bag. All right. Swear to God. Raiders
just care about
Commanders. I'm
winning.
going Raiders out of spite, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. I ain't got no reasoning for this. I'm going Raiders out of spite.
This is an easy dub for me. I got the Commanders. Whether they got Jaden Daniels or not, because he may not play. So
Yeah.
I got Commanders.
All right. I told you guys week 1 he was a Commanders fan. You
Marcus
didn't
Mariota revenge game.
All right, sure thing, buddy. Rams Eagles. If Matthew Stafford's clone wasn't in, I'd really pick the Rams. You know what, KB? I guess another spite pick, and I might go 0-2 on both of these, just because we said earlier the Eagles' offense is so anemic and the play calling looks so bad, but you can't really comment on it too much because they're winning. Please let this be the game that we could comment on it because it's like the straw that breaks the camel back, bro. Like I'm taking Rams.
As much as I want to take the Rams because I really like Matthew Stafford, for whatever reason, the Rams are having a hard time moving the football. Like they got away. They had that game. That game with the Titans was close for too long, and they barely beat the Texans. They're having a hard time. So the Eagles, man, and the Eagles are having a hard time too. But their defense is just so good.
So we got two hard teams going up against each other. Who's the hardest? I'm going with the Rams. All right. Everything I say, I swear to God, this guy turns into something else, man. I can't do this anymore, bro. He's a saboteur.
You said it so unironically. I don't even.
All right, man.
He said we had two hard teams. Who's the hardest?
I'm not gonna sit here and explain myself. All right, they know what I meant, and they're lockstep with me. Me and chat were like this for real. All right, we're like this for real. They know what I meant, bro.
Hey, chat, clip that. Yo, Jaden, clip that if you're here.
Falcons, Panthers.
I'm putting that video clip whenever I see anything about a matchup.
It's
hard
not.
teams.
Listen,
Who's
bro,
the
all right,
hardest?
bro. It's not even that funny, bro.
Who's the hardest? I guess we'll find out on Sunday.
It's the Rams. Falcons, Panthers.
I'm taking
We
the Eagles,
got-
by the way.
You taking? Yeah, we got an
taking the
Eagles and
Eagles.
Commanders fan over here. I'm not surprised. Kid Green, RB27. Never forget. Hashtag was it 2017 or 2018 April Fools? I can't remember. One of those. Falcons, Panthers.
God.
Yeah, I'm going Falcons. Bro, we spoke about how Bryce Young look after week 1. How does he look after week 2?
Hub 2 extremely potent hard things.
I ain't say those words. I'm just saying.
Okay, Falcons, Panthers. Who did the Panthers go against last week?
We scroll up right now and find out.
Yeah. Who was it against last week? Because
The
Bryce
Cardinals.
Young, Because Bryce Young threw for 328 or something like that, something nuts. So he's throwing the ball well. The Falcons have a really underrated defense. But they really can't get much going on offense. But they still have Bijan and stuff like that. So, man, am I gonna like, keep taking the Panthers till they win? Give me the freaking Panthers here.
Oh, that's 3 straight in a row. We're really different,
Yeah.
and 2 of them were spite picks for me. But I think the Falcons are the better team. I
They
think
might be
from
the
top to
better-
bottom, that's the
They
better
might be the
team.
better team, but I feel like Carolina's gonna force a win out of them at some point. Especially against a divisional opponent. So give me the Panthers here.
You use the division. I'm using the division opponent as to why the Falcons are gonna like put them into the dirt. I really
Difference
think
in
this is.
philosophy.
Yeah, completely. I do agree with that. Steelers Patriots. Is Aaron Rodgers gonna have a bounce back, or what we saw in week 2 was more of how his season gonna be? I didn't get at all to know how Drake May's week 2 performance was.
It was pretty
What
good.
are you thinking here?
He's pretty good. I think Drake May has arrived. I just don't know if the Patriots roster is good. You know what I mean? I think
Mhm.
Drake May is like willing them to wins. Steelers have a good enough team. I'm really surprised that they lost to the Seahawks, though. I'm not gonna lie. I did not watch that game at all. But I'm gonna take the Steelers here,
Take the Steelers.
even though I'm a
agree
big
with
Drake
you.
May guy. But
No, I agree with you. I'm taking the Steelers. Similar reason with the Falcons, top to bottom. Even you could even still make the argument old Aaron Rodgers is better than young Drake May. Like, yeah, I think they got a better overall team.
mhm.
I think the coaching is obviously there. I'm gonna go with the Steelers. Packers Browns has got to be an easy one, right? Like, we're both going Packers. Packers continue to look
Yeah.
like the best overall team in the NFL.
Just like what Bobby Skinner says, Packers 77, Brown 0.
Wow, I didn't know he said that.
He says that for the Giants game, like when he does his score predictions, he just
Oh,
says Giant
gotcha.
77, whatever team 0. So,
Bet.
yeah,
Jets
I'll take the
Buccaneers. I'm
Bucks.
going the Bucks.
Oh my God, easy, another easy pick. Give me the Bucks.
Yep. Broncos Chargers. I'm going the Chargers. How do you lose to the freaking Daniel Jones led Colts, buddy? Now you're going up against an actual good quarterback. Yeah, I'm going with that guy.
Yeah, Bo Nix is just not that good.
Yo, have I been vindicated, bro? Because I was not a fan of Bo Nix coming out,
Me
and then
neither.
last year
Yeah.
I thought I was proven wrong, and so far this year I'm like, okay, this is what I expected.
Yeah, and on top of that, Justin Herbert's having a year. Justin Herbert
That's
is
what
having
Madison
a
Beer does to
year.
a man. All right.
I need her to do that to me. Chargers.
I just want to say the girlfriend thing is real, bro, because Daniel Jones lost his girlfriend after his rookie year, and he was never
It
the same.
sucked. Yeah.
He was
Bro,
never
you
the same
gotta-
after he
you
lost his
gotta- you
girlfriend, bro.
gotta-
You
bro,
gotta have a
so-
baddie with you.
You gotta have a baddie with you before games, bro, and then to celebrate.
Josh
winning,
Allen married Haley Steinfeld in the
and-
offseason,
and yup,
he
and he's a
immediately
freaking
looks.
MVP.
I think he looks like the best quarterback in the league now, whereas just last year it was
It's
just like, oh
crazy
yeah, he's definitely
because-
top 5.
It's crazy because I think Patrick Mahomes just like dropped down to the 4th best quarterback in the NFL. I think
At least so far through the season.
Yeah, at least so far through the season, I think Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, and Joe Burrow are better than him.
And Herbert's knocking on the door. So
He
we'll
is.
see. Saints Seahawks, this is an easy one. Seahawks, right? Shout out to the Rat Pack if he's still even playing. I have no idea.
Yeah,
going
you
with
know what's
Sam
crazy? You know what's crazy? I am so scared because the Saints are coming close in all these games. It would be against the Giants that they pull off a win, bro. I would be so.
You telling me we're
I
starting
would-
off according to you 0-5 then, buddy?
I wouldn't be surprised, man. I wouldn't be surprised. But give me the Seahawks.
Cowboys,
Go
Bears.
Hawks.
Caleb Williams. Let's
Oh,
talk about the other number 1 overall pick.
Yeah, another NFC East team winning. Cowboys are gonna freaking wipe the floor with the Bears.
The Bears and Mr.
They
Ben
don't have
Johnson.
Jalen Johnson. They don't have Jalen
don't-
Johnson in this game.
Yeah, you just don't look good, man.
Yeah, they're.
I don't know. I'm not saying you're a bad head coach or anything, but you just don't look good through 2 games. And the Cowboys, they were in close with the Eagles week 1, a team that, should be one of the best in the league. Now, we shouldn't be one of the best team in the league, but once again, the Cowboys offense at the very least showed up and showed out. Yeah, I don't think the Bears could keep up with that. Maybe they prove us wrong because we weren't supposed to keep up with the Cowboys, but I'm going Cowboys here. Cardinals, Niners.
Niners. Mac
they
Jones looked
still
good.
have? Do they still? I was gonna say, do they still have him starting this game? How long is Purdy out for?
Yeah, Brock Purdy's gonna be out a little bit. I think so.
I know Mac Jones looked good,
But I'll tell you what though, that game was too close for comfort. I'm taking the Cardinals.
do I go with the midget? I think I am going with the Cardinals as well, bro. Honestly, I'm gonna be real with you. I'm gonna go with the Cardinals as well. Chiefs, Giants. Well, we already made that. I'm going Giants. It
Are
might
there
come back to bite
another
me.
2 Monday night games? Are they doing 2 a year? 2 a week now?
There's just one Monday night game.
Oh, yo, why do I keep thinking the Chiefs and Giants is Monday Night Football?
No,
Why do I keep thinking
you're
that?
good.
All right.
Yeah, I'm going with the Giants. He's going with the Chiefs. Lions, Ravens. I'm going with the Ravens. Lions, you still haven't really beat a
This is
team
my
that made me say you're
dream.
as good as you were last year.
This is my dream Super Bowl matchup, but I'm taking the
From last
Ravens.
year, right?
Yeah, from last year.
From last year, this was my dream Super Bowl matchup too. Once we got into the playoffs,
Yeah. So
how much
give
just a
me
couple
the
months can
Ravens.
change it, bro?
I know.
Because the Lions, Jesus Christ,
All right.
I
Question then. So
Yeah.
you're taking the Ravens, though, right?
I'm taking the Ravens. Yeah,
Who's your Super Bowl matchup right now?
but this year, just through
Just
through
just
2
throw
weeks
something
into
out
the
there.
season.
Yeah.
Let me throw
No
something
wrong
out there.
answer.
I gotta think with the NFC. I really gotta think because I think it's
technically
easier to pick somebody from the
technically
AFC.
nobody's eliminated from the playoffs, so it could be anybody.
This is true. But from the NFC, I think I'll go to the cliche casual pick as of right now, which would probably be Packers. I'll take them coming out the NFC. Out the AFC, I for the past 3 years straight, I've picked the Ravens and they've disappointed me. I'm gonna abandon them, and I'm gonna pick another team that could disappoint me. I'm gonna go with the Bills. So I'm gonna say Bills,
That's
Packers.
exactly. Yeah, we're on the same wavelength. That's exactly what I was gonna pick. I was gonna pick Packers, Bills, and I think Josh Allen would get his first ring.
Yeah, he has enough talent to take down. Yeah, I could see it.
Yeah.
He has
He's
enough
got it.
talent to take down the Packers.
I think Jordan Love is too inexperienced for Josh Allen. I think Josh Allen's gonna work it. So
Jordan Love, listen, Josh Allen is a man amongst boys, and Jordan Love is a boy in Josh Allen's world. So
yeah.
he if that happens,
Mhm.
y'all know how I'm gonna roll. I'm rolling with the man. So with that being said, guys, we kind of eased it down towards the end here, but another good stream. Thank you guys so much for popping in. Thank you so much for sticking with us, commenting, getting all the way through everything. You guys are always amazing and awesome. KB, any last thoughts before we go out?
Man, I'm hoping the Giants get a dub here on Sunday night, man. We'll see what happens. But you guys will know my reaction. I'll be live for that game too. So we will see. But go Giants, baby, and go Malik Neighbors, go Russell Wilson. Let Russ cook. Let Russ cook in MetLife like he did his first. Is it? This is not his first game back since the Super Bowl. That
No.
was damn.
Yeah.
I would love it.
He would have to
love
take
it
like
that
10
was
years
true.
off or something.
Yeah, I would love if that was true, but whatever. He's going back to MetLife and gonna dominate again against another AFC team. Let's go.
Yes, and holla at your boy. Yeah, we gonna end it out. Peace.